I mostly play on Arena because my friends who play Paper Magic all moved the fuck away, and all of my current friends play Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'm not getting into a whole nother card game. But I want to play with my Paper Simic deck. I love that Simic deck. It's my child. It's my brainchild, and I love it very much. Now we're going back to the out. We're taking the gloves off. We're taking off the weighted training clothing. Goku's orange gi is coming off. Hollow Heart, the artist formerly known as Un, means business. It is no longer fucking around. And neither is Mooney. Both of them. We're dropping the Piccolo shoulder pads. We're dropping the orange gi. The weighted training clothing is coming off. Piccolo and Goku are finally getting serious. You just play on tabletop with your friends. That's good. That's probably the correct way to play, if I'm going to be honest. And I love that for you. I've been loving Blue Burrow. Those cute little critters. We're seeing once again the, oh my god. I didn't even see that RC to continue the pressure. I didn't even realize what was happening. My ass did not block. Oh my goodness. Or, yeah, like RCing out of the frames, of shifting into Jealous Rage. That was clever. That was clever. Un able to close that out, and Mooney really has to take charge here in this phase of the match, right? She has to use the advantages that her big-ass yo-yo provide her to really dominate the neutral this early in the match and take options that don't let Un safely parry things in order to keep her from ever entering Jealous Rage. Oh, tabletop sim. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. And so far, Mooney has been doing a good job here of refusing to let Un into Jealous Rage, but she's found her way in. And now, all the artist formerly known as Un really has to do is simply delete the Bridget health bar. She's got, at the beginning of this, she had a full rage gauge. That's really good chip at that life total, but it's not. It's not enough. With Jealous Rage, with not but a full stick of butter and a dream, Un is able to bring the entire round back, and you can tell Mooney is frustrated, which is fair. I'd be frustrated too. After how dominantly she was performing for almost all of that round, to lose, I mean, it's aggravating. I like the burst here, not only because it gives you some time to regenerate your burst, but also because it drains the Jealous Rage meter. Regardless, despite how fast A.B.A is when she's in Jealous Rage, she does have to spend time to run back to you. A good tap dust. Bursting out of that, doesn't want to get wall broken, which makes sense. Still contesting that space in front of her, taking some of A.B.A.'s evasive options here, refusing to be passive enough to get that lack of Jealous Rage fully exploited, but there's only so much you can do as A.B.A against Bridget when you don't have Jealous Rage, and that's going to be a round for Uni. Is everyone here sponsored by... I don't know that any of them are sponsored by Quiznos above freezing. They just have Quiznos on their thing. I do not know why. It could be for any reason. No reason even. I don't know. But yeah, and Mooney, I think, doing a very good job of playing to her game plan. We did see Un get some good use out of that parry, and also very good finding a spot to catch Bridget out with the key grab. Because the key grab, builds up Jealous Rage and puts you into Jealous Rage. So that's the kind of, you kind of need to steal a turn, right, as A.B.A, especially with the way Mooney is playing. So I think one of Un's goals here is going to be to look for the points in what Bridget is doing, where she, as A.B.A, can steal a turn with Jealous Rage active. Yes, esports sponsorship you want, not the one you have. This is very true. This is phenomenally true. Ooh. And dang. Okay. No, gets caught out of the RC though, and that's going to be dead. Very unfortunate Starship. Starship there. I think getting a little bit too frantic, possibly wanting to get Jealous Rage A.B.A off of her, and I mean that counter hit, you know, punish, especially against Jealous Rage A.B.A, is very punishing. Taking some time, resetting the mental game, which is definitely a smart move. Definitely good play there, and immediately right back in to exactly Bridget's game plan. But A.B.A, not A.B.A, Un, has been able to claw rounds back by finding moments to get into Jealous Rage. And she's also been making some very good adaptations, making really good use of that the shifting into and out of Jealous Rage. The specialist does that into fast RC to make it almost instant. Right? You saw she got, you know, 2 consecutive like key grabs where she wasn't in Jealous Rage for either of them, so she got so much meter out of that. Very smart meter management there, and very good at playing, you know, to her game plan of just getting so much value out of every time she gets Jealous Rage that she wins the game off of. That being said, mooni was able to survive with a sliver there and just barely crawl it back after A.B.A ran out of resources. But Un, like I said, is finding opportunities to steal a turn and get into Jealous Rage, usually by finding opportunities to get Bridget into key grab faster. But by the same tack, mooni is finding ways to is either finding ways to bleed Jealous Rage, or maybe, you know, it's a trade-off for Un, where she's getting into Jealous Rage faster, but that means she's spending it faster as well. Good. I like that RC. It shows you what your opponent is doing, that forces Un to play slower and makes her bleed a little bit more Jealous Rage there. I like that. And mooni getting out of the Jealous Rage pressure, getting out of the combos. Well, not getting out of the, you don't get out of the combo, but the Jealous Rage dropping more frequently seems to be working more in mooni's favor here, as it puts A.B.A into a position where it's harder than to get an advantage. But it also means that the advantage she got, although it was sooner, doesn't count for as much. So we're gonna have to see some very careful play with that rage meter. It's looking like if Un lets the rage gauge go empty, mooni might very well just take the round. I kind of want to see her shift out of Jealous Rage here. Based on what we've seen in previous rounds, that is a really good parry though. And a really good sort of offensive option against mooni's approach to get herself back into Jealous Rage. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe it's about adapting her responses to mooni's sort of like, you know, prods in neutral and to her to be ones that are a little bit higher reward. Particularly when it's Bridget damage and A.B.A health. We unlock Jealous Rage again, and we are currently employing a strategy of going back and forth into and out of Jealous Rage, and that's going to get us GGs. Players do fist bump, and even without the wall break, that would kill.